A visit to Paris will never leave you disappointed because you'll find something charming and picturesque in every corner of the city. And there's one that's even topped by gold-plated bronze statues. Pont Alexander III, the extravagant Arc Bridge. It spans the Seine and connects Paris's 7th and 8th arrondissements. It was named after Tsar Alexander III, who signed the Franco-Russian alliance in 1892. The bridge is a 19th century architectural marvel. It was created to match the Grand Palais Beaux Arts architecture and features several exquisite statues of nymphs and cherubs. The bronze lamps along the bridge have been powered by electricity ever since the 19th century. It is not just one of Paris's most recognized tourist attractions, but also one of the world's most picturesque river crossing bridges. The Pont Alexander III has long been a favorite site for filmmakers and cinematographers. Even The Last Confrontation with Rasputin and Anastasia, released in 1997, takes place on the Pont Alexander III, the foundation stone of which was laid down by her father, Tsar Nicholas II, making the final battle all the more meaningful. Pont Alexander III serves as one of the most bustling romantic sites, bringing to life the extravagant age of the 19th century. Followed by this romantic walk, relax at the Luxembourg Gardens. The Jardin du Luxembourg is a 57-acre park famous for its lawns, tree-lined promenades, and the magnificent Medici Fountain. It is located in the 6th arrondissement of Paris, on the left bank, just moments away from the Latin Quarter. The octagonal Grand Basin, which is widely used by kids to sail model boats, is in the heart of the garden, with hundreds of statues are scattered around the park. It was commissioned in 1612, together with the construction of a palace by Queen Marie de' Medici, King Henry IV's second wife. The Boboli Gardens in Florence, the manicured gardens behind her childhood home, Petit Palace, served as inspiration. Parisians picnic, play chess or tennis, ride ponies, wander the lush winding pathways, and enjoy one of the city's most peaceful settings. The park has several metal benches surrounded by scattered around, making it an ideal spot to rest and take in some fresh air. It also houses the Musée du Luxembourg, the first public museum in France, which opened in 1750. Outdoor music events are held throughout the year, with summer being the most eventful, so it's unquestionably the best time of year to plan your trip to Paris. But if you want to visit a monument that's had its time at the center of the world's attention, you should visit the Palace of Versailles and uncover the history it holds. It's Europe's most stunning palace and is conveniently located just outside of Paris for a day excursion or even a half-day visit. No other destination on the planet can match Versailles Palace's combination of spectacular beauty, historical significance, and extravagant grandeur. The palace and its gardens are a UNESCO World Heritage Site depicting France's prosperous yet troubled history. With 578 mirrors reflecting light spilling in from the gallery's windows and an ornate ceiling painting, the Hall of Mirrors is the palace's crown treasure. The best way to experience the palace is with a guided tour that will take you through a fast access gate, past the masses, and ensure you don't miss anything. When you visit Versailles, you won't be surprised to learn that Louis XIV put France on the path to ruin and revolt when he built it. It's difficult to believe that this vast estate befitting of the Sun King, as Louis liked to be known, began as a humble hunting lodge. And if you're visiting Paris for some of its most remarkable architecture, the Pantheon is a spot you don't want to miss. The Pantheon Dome, high atop St. Genevieve, one of the city's most prominent landmarks. What was once a royal church has been converted into a national mausoleum. It's the final resting place of luminaries such as Voltaire and Rousseau, Marie and Pierre Curie, resistance fighters from World War II, and American-born comedian and campaigner Josephine Baker. Even if you don't want to spend the money on a ticket to go inside, seeing the Pantheon's facade is a great picturesque opportunity. With commanding and symmetrical neoclassical architecture, the dome can be seen from the Luxembourg Gardens, the stunning grounds of the Palais du Luxembourg. On the inside, the church is just as magnificent as it was intended to be, with its lofty arches, lavish frescoes, columns everywhere. The dome is especially stunning when viewed from the inside and illuminated by a ring of sunlight. Along with the art, architecture, and science, you should pay a visit to the numerous tombs, notably those of the aforementioned notable French individuals. After exploring the mausoleum, ascend to the balcony and enjoy one of Paris's best views from the dome. But if that's not enough, another spectacular view, but one you've definitely heard about, the famous Eiffel Tower. Anyone who visits Paris and gets a chance to view the Eiffel Tower is never disappointed. From the bottom of the pillars up to the top. From the bottom of the pillars up to the top, the Champ de Mars and the Trocadero, the locations around the tower, provide nearly unhindered views of it. When navigating the tower's 3 levels, you cannot help but feel your heart rate increase. Each level has an observation deck, and each one offers a different perspective of the City of Lovers. The lowest 2 levels of the building contain restaurants, bars, and other entertainment venues for tourists. But it's the Iron Lady that offers a mind-blowing experience regardless of level. A memorable sight is seeing the enormous Eiffel Tower at night. The light display, which occurs every hour, is a scene to behold as the tower sparkles for 5 minutes. The tower itself is illuminated by lamps, so the rush of golden color and sparkling shininess is a pleasant change that looks just stunning. The Eiffel Tower is unquestionably a must-see location, so it's time to cross it off your bucket list. But another site that might not be on your bucket list but should be the Parc des Buttes-Chaumont. And did you know that it's almost like a miniature version of the famous ancient Rome temple of Vesta and Tivoli? The beautiful public park is situated northeast of Paris. It offers lovely green areas, a ton of culture, and fantastic hangout areas. Overall, a wonderful location to see when in Paris. The park is a lovely green paradise with a waterfall grotto and Roman-style monument. The Parc des Buttes-Chaumont is certainly worth a visit for a picnic in the spring or a scenic stroll on the weekends. It's sometimes disregarded in favor of more well-known sites, just like Jardin des Tuileries or Jardin du Luxembourg. The man-made lake in the park's middle offers as a year-round sanctuary for a variety of birds and other wildlife. There are several bridges in the park, but Gustave's Eiffel Suspension Bridge is by far the nicest. And if you're looking for a place that'll provide a great first and lasting impression, the Notre Dame Cathedral. It is well known for its architectural style, rich history, antiquity, and as a symbol of worship in France. The holy structure is roughly 856 years old, styled in Gothic, and skillfully created by some of the best architects. Even just looking at Notre Dame's magnificent spires, stained glass, and statuary will take your breath away. Although it appears outdated in comparison to modern icons such as the Eiffel Tower, the cathedral incorporates innovative medieval architecture. The cathedral's towers and flying buttresses appear to mysteriously burst forth from the Seine River and soar ambitiously toward heaven from its magnificent site on the Ile de la Cité. Make sure you climb the North Tower to experience a new perspective of Paris, known as Gargoyle's Vision of Paris. Also, consider taking an evening boat on the Seine, as the Notre Dame looks especially charming at night. And that's all for our rundown of the 7 must-visit places in Paris. See you in the next video.